Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Hull Arena for tonight's Hull Jets versus the Nottingham Lions. Tilt. No better way to spend a Saturday. It is Saturday, Dave. Yeah, it is Saturday. To spend a Saturday evening than here with us at Hull Arena. Icing for the Nottingham Lions tonight then. Number 1, Harvey Kembury. Number 8, Joe Humphreys. 11, Jack Croston. 12, Joshua Rowlands. 14, Toby Fisher. 15, Lee Kemp. 24, William William Salty. 27, Alexander Rushby. 38, Ewan Woodward. 39, Evan Coles. 46, Matthew Bell. 50, Joshua Chan. 51, Charles Owen. 58, Liam Peters. 71, Harry Rushby. 74, Luke Birchnell. 75, Regan Kidd. And number 76, Liam Alton Shaw. Icing for the Jets then, number 2, Charlie Powell. Sponsored by Jupiter, number 7, Mark Florence. 14, Scott Morris. And we'll continue after the national anthem. So to continue, 14, Scott Morris. 18, Boris Skibber. 22, coming up from the Sharks, Kieran Robinson. 27, sponsored by MWJ Trophies, Ethan Daintith. 28, Chris Wilcox. 31, Dom Smith. 33, Dan Crow. 34, Felix Sorensen. 35, sponsored by Direct to Hire, Bull Reader. 40, sponsored by SPS Security, Kieran Beach. 46, Josh Yardley. 58, Reggie Taylor. 76, from the Sharks, Lewis Rogers. 83, Ben Crowther. And from the Sharks again, number 61, Mackenzie Barker. And number 30, Ellis Martin. And of course, number 86, Maverick the Goose. Created by Proper Creations and sponsored by Sean Pridmore. So get yourselves ready for this game, coming to you live from Hull Arena, produced by Hull Jets and Behind the Bench TV in association with Leafy and Elevation, Becks and Clates, MKM, Crosscheck Clothing and My Muscle, and of course the Whittington and Cat. Referee Mr. Fraley then takes centre ice, getting the players ready. I don't. Yeah. Mr. Fraley takes centre ice. And we are off. Sorensen down the back, round the back of the net. You will notice on the scoreboard it says Tigers, but it has the Nottingham Lions logo on there. So Tigers, Lions are all the same on a Saturday night. So Sorensen stuck down in the corner there, brings it out with a bit of pace. Nottingham pushing forward. Kept in, but it bounces back out. Rushby puts that back in, Harry Rushby. Wilcox picks that up, brings it forward. Ooh. And that was Barker took a tumble there. Nottingham move in. Sorensen and Dan Crowe getting in each other's way. Crowe without a stick at the moment. Gibber brings that out, but then stopped there by Alex Rushby. Plays it across, but brought back out by Sorensen. Really, Jets pushing forward there. Joshua Chan tried to bring it out, but was stopped there. Florence to Kieran Beach. Again, stopped on the blue line. Chan comes forward for Nottingham. Takes a shot. Blocked there by Ellis Martin. Florence to Martin. Martin looks up. Dentith. And a bit of a neat exchange there down in that corner. And Dentith now has a bit of ice to go through. Flicks it forward. Oh, so close. Was offside slightly. Linesman Mr. Booth calls that as offside. So the officials tonight then, Fraley and Booth. Slight change in our normal legal solicitors, but there we go. So, Reginald Taylor then. Ball Reader gets tangled up in the corner, but it comes away. Kieran Robinson gives it to Crowther. Crowther looking forward for Reader, doesn't quite get it, but Nottingham got nobody there, so they put it behind the net and try and force onto that net. And Reader with a bit of pace on there, but it will be called as icing. Because even although Reader was chasing that down, he wasn't there quick enough. So it will be classed as icing. 17:26 remaining in this first period then. So we'll try that again for a second one. There we go. Run the back by Robinson. Cross by Powell. Cross Reader being held off there by Kemp. Nottingham come forward, but there's nobody there, so there's not a lot of options. Jets moving again, but they don't have many options either. Here come Nottingham with Woodward, takes a shot. Takes a shot, blocked by Dan Crowe, who now has his stick back. No, always helpful. 16:41 remaining in this first period, 0-0. That's probably the kiss of death, isn't it? Shot again, stopped by Crowe. Crowe tips that across. Birchall. Shot taken by Kidd took that shot. Crowe was up to it though, killed that, smothered it. And the face-off on the far side as we look at it in the Jets D zone. Nottingham starting to come into this game though. Getting some good movement. Jets need to be up to this. Need to be alert. Florence puts that forward. Beach ran, chased it. Dentith stops it, puts it round the board. Both Beach and Florence came out over the blue line before they went back in again, so not offside. Dentith stops that. Florence on his own in the middle, takes his shots, pushed away. Gibber getting stuck in there. He's sticking, flicks that across, but only goes as far as Owen. Rushby. Crow smothered that well, smothered there by Dan Crow, gets his legs well out, gets that puck stopped. Kills it. So Lions, I'm not going to do it, but Lions taking the Lions' share of possession, perhaps in the first bit of the period. You knew it was coming. So back out. Owen takes that across. Lions look to build from behind there. Long pass. Picked up by Reeder, who ducks away. Luke sweeps right. Looking for Robinson probably, but Robinson's on the change. Shot again, which Crow manages to put forward. Taylor gets his stick disrupted. Icing's called off, so it won't be, and the puck stays in play. Taylor of the Reginald variety flicks that around the board. Yardley going down. Flicked away by Kidd. In the corner. Away, comes back out. Wilcox on point there, takes a wallop and she's pushed away by the net. End-to-end stuff, this, right at the beginning. I know I just said Nottingham had the majority of the possession, which they did, but it still can go end to end. Yardley looks up, Florence comes in the middle of centre of the zone. Oh, and well held there by the Lions. Keeper Evan Coles. So the Jets will take the face-off on the far side of the Lions D zone as we look at it. Dainter flicks it around the board. Beach in the middle. There comes out Florence. Oh, clipped there by the keeper. Trying to disrupt that Beach, but didn't quite get there. Crowston puts it all the way around the boards. Kroll stopped it there, pulled it back out from the trapezoid. It's a great word that, isn't it? Trapezoid. Florence right across the other side to Dentith. Dentith comes in, brings it in, takes a shot. Comes off the keeper. Picked up by Fisher. Fisher going around there looking for some support, but Nottingham went on a change. So he flicks it behind the boards. Picked up by Jets. Gibbers looking around. Florence is going for a change. Gibbers looking around for a bit of space, puts it forward. But nobody was there. Powell trying to close down, be a bit of a disruptor. That's what you need a lot in these games. Reeder picks that up off there. He's on the move now. Offside. Puck came back out over the blue line, so Mr. Fraley calls that as offside. There were a couple of Jets on the wrong side of that blue line. So 11:50 and a bit. We don't want a stop-start game. Jets here need to use their pace, use the strengths that they have. That goes wide. Crow up to, it was going wide anyway. It goes all the way around the boards back into the Nottingham D zone. They come out through Harry Rushby. Plays it around the board again. Lions looking for a way out. Woof, Crow. Bit of stick handling there from Crow. Reg Taylor lost that though, and the shot came on, but Crow was up to it. Taylor goes high looking for Yardley. Yardley's there. Rogers, he lost it, then lost an edge into the back wall. Rogers again takes a bit of a wallop there from Harry Rushby. Come out through Chan. Wilcox back out. Nobody there. Jets need to just settle this down a little bit and play it their game. And not let the Nottingham dictate how that game goes. Kidd tried to put Morris into the wall, but Morris skipped past him, but lost the puck. So Lions come again. Oh, well held there by Dan Crow. So here we are then. 10 minutes in this first period remaining. So we're halfway through the first period. There is about a 3 seconds change in the game clock compared to the clock on your screens. Crow puts that away into the netting, bounces back towards the net, and Nottingham will keep the pressure on. Croston, Fisher and Schlossie come on for a change. Jets need to concentrate here. That goes up into the rafters. Yeah, as I was saying, Jets need to concentrate, keep their heads in this game. Absorb what pressure they can at the moment, and then look for the breakaway. I don't think Lions have much opportunity, so they have to make the most of what they have available to them. Dentith looks up, chips that forward. Fisher and Croston then clear that way through. Beach cleared it, but it came out with the zone. Looking for Dentith, found him, but he was in the neutral zone. Oh, it's got to be offside, and it is. Even my poor eyesight could get that one. .9:05 remaining in this first period then. Brought to you by Layfield, Elevation, Becks and Clates, MKM, Crosscheck Clothing and My Muscle. And the Whittington cap, of course. Powell picks that up. So Reader's going to sit down for cross-checking, I think. So that'll be a 2-minute seat for Bo Reader with 8:53 remaining. The Jets need to keep this penalty kill solid, and they do move it forward. If you've got the pace for it on the penalty kill, I like the 3-1 penalty kill with the prong. The player leading the front and a line of 3 behind him. If you've got the pace and you've got the opportunity, then yeah, use that. But you have to take the middle a bit away, the center part of the ice away from the power play players. Power play. Yeah, English isn't my second language today, I think. Nottingham coming forward. Jets holding that solid. Sorensen did well. Well, the goalkeeper then took that on the face mask. Is he going to call that, or is he going to give him it? Or the keeper was down, but it looks like Mr. Fraley is going to give. Give the Lions the goal on the penalty kill then, on the power play rather, with 7:47 remaining in this first period. It's Jets 0, Lions 1. Explaining his call there, because I don't think Jets are too happy with the fact that the keeper was down, but can't do much about it. So Lions take a lead then in this first period. Barker goes forward, pushes up forward to Morris. Morris goes back. 2-on-2 rush here with the third player coming through. Oh, lovely glove save there by Dan Cole. Looks at it just to make sure that it's there, but yeah, that was a lovely save. So the face-off then, on the far side as we look at it in the Jets D zone. Lions set himself up. Dentith picks that up, plays it off the board, looking for Beach. There's a second goal for Lions, coming very, very quickly after the first one. Tried to clear the zone. Crowther didn't quite get there, and he gave it to the Lions. And the Lions put themselves 2-0 up with 7:06 remaining in this first period. We said Jets need to keep their heads in this. They do. They need to be, I think, more careful with how they're playing this puck out. A bit too rushed for my liking, but that's my liking, not coach's liking or not anybody else's liking. Reader brings that forward, save. Held by the keeper. Coles hasn't had a lot to do, to be fair, in this first period, but what he has done, he's been solid with. Lions come again. Birchnell came through. And the Jets pick it up. Reader plays it forward, looking for Powell. Powell wasn't quite sure where that was going, but he's seen it now. Alex Rushby puts that high and long. Icing called off. Morris picks that up. Nobody's there, but he's got a Reader in the middle, but here comes Rogers. Shot comes off the keeper. Back in. Nottingham clear it out all the way down the ice. It's not going to be icing because it came off somebody's stick, took a little clip on the way past. So Reader picks that up. Oh, puts the shot on. Padded away there by Cole. Reader going for a change, and Beach joins the fray. A little bit of fan there. Fisher, luckily for the Jets, couldn't keep control of that, but he's out there on his own basically. Oh, gee whiz. My heart skipped a little beat there. Beach drops it to Denta, tries the shot. Comes off the glass, back to Beach, out to Reggie Taylor. Taylor back, this time Denta, as Beach moves into the middle. Always screen the keeper, guys. Beach and Florence did that well. Crowther kept hold of that, got that back. .409 remaining. Dropped off by Denta. Beach just overskated that a little bit. Intercepted. Crow drops it for Crowther. Crowther. Right. Come out to Beach off the wall. Back in, but there were still Nottingham players in there, so nothing could happen with it, but Powell loses it. Chan puts it back round into the zone. Too many men call there. I think Jets need to get a little bit slicker with the changes because they're just holding each other up and getting in the way. I think it's the Lions have disrupted Jets' process and the Jets' play. Quite successful. Walked all the way around. Played off the wall to Humphreys. Icing cold, it goes all the way down, so we will come back in to the D zone of the Jets. Excuse me. Those of you that watched last week's game know that we did a little bit of a competition in the second period. We will be doing the same again, in which you've got a chance to answer the question. If you get it correctly, choose between tickets for the next Jets home game and some merchandise. So stay with us for the second. Wilcox gave that. Well, I was looking for Robinson. Robinson wasn't expecting it. Into the corner, out into the blue zone. Alex Rushby goes back through. Wilcox. Just over 2 minutes remaining then in this first period. I'm sure Jets will use the period break to reconsolidate themselves, get themselves in the right place. Oh, here comes Mackenzie Barker. Barker gets that, goes off the wall, misses the goal, but comes off on a rebound. There's a few Nottingham players. Icing's called. Is this going to be icing? Yes, it is. And with 1:44 remaining in this first period, we will go back down into the near side as you look at it for the Nottingham D zone for a face-off once more. Can the Jets pull something back out of this? Shot there right into the body of Coles. Well held there. And we'll have a repeat. We'll have another face-off. That goes high across the ice. Picked up by Beach. Does a little bit of a dangle, but he's quashed out by two, but he turns back. Shot in there. Gibber put that on the net. The keeper pushed that away. Dainty staying stuck in there. Gibber. We're going to call offside, I think, on that one. Mr. Fraley, the linesman. Picked up by Reader there, puts that away. So 1 minute remaining in this first period then. Nottingham on the rush again. Jets try to keep that pressure on, need to do that. They are capable of doing that. Here it comes for Dainty. Takes a shot, glove the way there, up into the air. And we will have a face-off in the Nottingham zone. Hull Jets are very proud of their charitable contributions to the local area, and tonight we are very proud to accommodate those with Tourette's syndrome and inclusion in the community. TIC, Tourette's inclusion in the community, TIC. I've got about 50 or so fans from that society. Shot there and Crow smothers that. Yeah, as I was saying, very proud to sponsor and support TIC in Hull and Lincolnshire. Which is very worthwhile support for those people with Tourette's. This goes wide. Woodward put that round. It's picked up by Morris. Morris making a last chance. Oh, last charge there. But again, Fraley calls that. Mr. Fraley calls that. So get yourselves ready for the break, have a think, and come back in the second period for our competition. Morris takes a shot again. Smothered. 9 seconds. Oh! So Jets will have this last try to get a shot on goal. Must keep that down there. Wilcox, keep hold of it. And there we go, that is it. The end of the first period with the score. Hull Jets 0, Nottingham Lions 2 on this game, brought to you by Leafield Elevation, Becks and Clates, MKM, Crosscheck Clothing, My Muscle and the Whittington and Cat, and produced by Behind the Bench TV. Don't go too far. Go get yourself sorted out. Alyssa, go get yourself a cup of tea and get your favourite biscuits. Make sure that other people don't eat them though. And we will see you back here in about 15-20 minutes for the second period. And don't forget, we will ask you the question for our competition as that second period starts. Okay, so Evening everybody, and we do apologise, however we've had a few issues with the Zamboni during the period break, and they are now in the process of sorting that out and getting the ice cut. Stay with us, we will be back with you as soon as we can. once again, everybody, we do apologise for the break in our game. However, we have had an issue with the Zamboni during this period break, and we just need to get that fixed, and then we have the ice resurfaced, and then we will be back with you. So please don't go anywhere, stay with us, make yourselves another cup of tea. You can have two, doesn't really, you know, treat yourselves, and we will be back with you as soon as we can. once again, everybody, thank you very much for your patience and your time while we sorted the Zamboni. It's now back out and we will try to resurface the ice as quickly as we possibly can. So again, bear with us. And again, thank you once again for your time and your patience. So once again, if you were expecting us to be back on the air, we are just waiting for the ice to be checked over by the officials now that it has been resurfaced, and we're just waiting for it to be sorted out. The officials have come back onto the ice, and we will be with you very, very shortly. Please bear with us. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats, dogs, budgies, whatever, we do apologise for that lengthy period break there. But as we mentioned, the Zamboni broke down halfway, or didn't break down halfway, but had issues halfway around the clean resurface of the ice. So that had to be fixed and reset. Now that has been done, and we resurfaced. So both teams are back on the ice now, ready for the second period. And we go into the second period with the Lions having a 2-0 lead. That period break, that's when you know what your backup netminder's for. Dom Smith was out with his shovel and his little bit of his scraper to scrape some of the deposits off the ice. For those of you that are not sure, the Zamboni obviously has a screw system at the back, which cuts up, takes up some of the ice and then deposits water on top to make a fine, thin layer on top of that, and then which freezes over and fills in any gaps, hopefully. Unfortunately, this time round, half of the auger or the spinner wasn't scraping, so it was a bit iffy and wasn't picking up. So we had to refix that, and then but now we are back. So let's see what the Jets can do in this period. Let's see then what the Jets can do in this period now that the ice has been resurfaced. And we shall come back in again for a second period where they can try and bring back that 2-goal deficit. Obviously, the length of the period break does not help either team really, I suppose it just needs to be the team that can adjust the better to it, but we shall see. So we shall see what the Jets have in store and what they can do to bring this back. Referee fairly happy with the ice. Checked with the goal judges, and we are ready, almost ready to go. Making sure all the doors are shut, everybody's ready, and we are off. Straight away, Nottingham on the offensive. Down there, Jets trying to play it off. Ice and wiped off. And it comes out. Dentith and trying to get there. The puck can't be, the netminder didn't hold on to that, which gives the Jets a bit of an advantage. Dentith puts that across. Gibber picks that up, but it comes back out. Dentith picks that out of the air. Reader flicks around. Beach chasing into the zone, the trapezoid behind the net. Sticks with it, brings that back out, tried to go out to Dentith. Centre point there. Clips away, here come Jets again. I think the referee has called too many men, has he? So he's called too many men on Nottingham Lions. So one of them's going to have to sit in the box. And it is elected for Alex Rushby to go in there. So the Jets now then have a 2-minute power play, and let's see what they can do with that. Lions have been reasonably good throughout the season on power plays and penalty kills. So we'll see Reader takes a shot there. Comes off Croston's ankles. Oh, there we go. Dentith from the point, puts that in, brings it back to 2-1 on the power play there. So any kids, if you're watching, junior players, if you're watching, shield the keeper, and then anything can happen. And there we go. So earlier on we said we're going to have a competition again, and we'll do it in a bit. So the next break in play, I will give you the question, and you will then have the period to give us your answer. But we'll wait for the next break in play as Morris brings that up, being chased down by Chan. Morris keeps hold of it though, dancing around like a figure skater there. Sorensen puts that behind there. Yardley picks that up. He's got Morris in the middle, tried to find him, but Lions pick that up and block that out. Come forward with Humphreys. Oh, shot there. Dan Crow put that away. He looks like he's in a bit of pain there, but Morris takes a shot, goes high. So, shaking that off. So the question then, and when you get the question, you can answer on the live stream here, put your answer in there. Next week, one of the Jets players will be celebrating their 400th game for the Jets. So next week, one of the players will be celebrating their 400th game for the Jets. Can you tell us who that is? Ooh, flick there. We'll come back to that in a minute. As Lions move forward, Reg Taylor puts that around the back. Powell gets a stick in there. Nottingham come out with it. Wide shot though. Comes out to Barker. Barker takes a shot, sticked away there. Taylor turns in there. Powell. Stuck down there. Dentith picks that up, gets in front of Alex Rushby. Dentith taking it behind the net. Oh, he was going to go behind the net, but he shuffled away there and went the other way. Goes backhand, cross ice to Gibber. Gibber drops that down to Beach, takes a shot. Ooh. Dentith took a swipe at that, but fell over in the process. So going back to our question, which one of the Jets players will be celebrating their 400th game for the Jets? Put your answer, next week that is, put your answer in the responses on here and add ticket or merchandise, and you will have a chance of either winning 2 tickets for the next home game or some merchandise, whatever your choice is. So if you add that onto the end of the question, of your answer rather, then we shall get back to you. You have until the end of this period to get your answers in. Morris turning around, got a bit of a gap. There's a bit of space being left there. Florence got into, but he was closed down a bit. But they're going wide to Wilcox. Wilcox to Florence. To stick out. Offside there, bounced back over the blue line. So 15:20 remaining in this second period of this game, brought to you by Hull Jets and partnership with Leafield, Elevation, Becks and Clates, MKM, Crosscheck Clothing, My Muscle and the Winnington and Cat, and produced by Behind the Bench TV. Morris attracts 3 Lions players. Goes into the corner there. Eventually gets robbed. Chan jumps around Sorensen, takes a shot there. Blocked by Yardley, but that comes out to Morris and Florence. Morris keeps hold of that. Ooh, lost it again. Lost that a little bit. Humphreys and Wilcox having a little bit of a discussion there as they were leaving the ice. Jets on a 2-minute penalty kill. Coach has asked to speak to Mr. Fraley. Just explaining his decision. I like the fact that the referees can go and speak to the officials, the coaches, and explain his decision. Sometimes it doesn't quite work, but as long as it doesn't disrupt, that's the word I'm looking for, disrupt the flow of play. So, Mark Florence, 2 minutes for roughing. Not quite sure, didn't quite see the whole incident there. I'm not sure I would have called that as roughing, but that's been made, the decision's been made, so there we are, we'll get on with it. 1:15 remaining then in this 2 minutes. Penalty kill for the Jets. Again, we say every time we get a penalty kill, your plan is to try and force the other team out to the outside or to make breakaways, or take out as much of the center part of the ice as you can. Lions holding on, 45 seconds. Cleared away by Reader, all the way down to the keeper. And the Jets change the penalty kill unit with Beach and Daintith. Daintith picked that out again, 30 seconds remaining. Daintith nips in there. 15 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. That kick just went a little bit too far. Daintith clears it down into the ice with 9 seconds remaining. Beach chasing down. We were talking about earlier on about a 1 in 3 within a point of an arrow, if you like. So there we go. Jets back to full strength as Florence rejoins, and he's off. Nearly got there. Jets showing a bit more liveliness, shall we say, in this second period. 12:10 remaining in the second period. Score now, Jets 1, Lions 2. Reader to Daintith. Daintith going through, tries to scoop that around. Again, attracts 3 Lions player, which gives Jets a lot of space on that far side. I mean, the Jets aren't bad at clearing the ice once you get that point. If it goes back over the blue line, getting that moved around quickly. Morris loses that a little bit. Gibber gets it though. Reader takes a shot. Was it Reader? No, it was Ellis Martin. I'm just seeing the threes.
I would like to take this opportunity to welcome back to the Jets hangar Andy Craven. Andy has recently had back surgery and his dreams of
So there we go.
to get back to see the beloved Jets. Wishing you well on a speedy recovery of all in this house.
Oh, bouncing around in front there. Crowder tries to clear that. Comes back out into the neutral zone. Barker got a bit of speed on there. Oh! And here we go. So Barker's going to take a little bit of a seat for that. And Rollins is going to join him, but we don't like to see the other bit. There's a Lions player on the ice. staff are out there now looking to help. Yeah, I think it's from the initial hit. Who is it? Okay, so obviously we don't like to see that, but Liam Peters been helped off the ice. Wish him all the best and hope he recovers as quickly as possible from that injury. So we're just waiting for clarification, but we've got 2 5s on there, 5 and 5 for fighting. So we will be at 4 on 5 on 4, because I think Mackenzie Barker gets an extra 5 for the hit. So it'll be 5 on 4, so Jets will be on a penalty kill. So here we go.
Number 75 receives 5 plus game for holding plus 5 for fighting. And the Nottingham Lions, number 12, receives 5 minutes for fighting. All penalties 29-11.
So there we go, 5 plus game for boarding for Barker in there, and then 5 for the fighting, and for Nottingham it's 5 for the fighting, so that's why we are 5 on 4. That comes back out. Morris. Jets asking for ice in there, but it's not going to happen. So Dentith telling Reader, go back, go back, go back. I've got this. I've got this. We've seen Jets hold off penalty kills already, and this is where they've let themselves down, maybe in my opinion. Is giving yourself too many chances, or giving the opposition too many chances. As we say that, here goes Ethan Dentith. He's got Reader. Reader scores! Reader from Dentith on the breakaway. Not nice to be in the position, and I do feel sorry for the Lions player, Peters, but that was a textbook breakout from a penalty kill position. And just as I was about to say, we've seen the Jets hold on penalty kills before, and then that happens. So there we go, 2-2 now, 8:50 a bit remaining in the second period. The Jets need to be disciplined for the remainder of this, because you cannot give a team like Nottingham any opportunities. You've got away with it this far, but settle down, hunker down, and play again. Now Beach. Chan, shot, goes wide. And Crow holds on to that. Just trying to get the game clock. We'll just let that run. So 2:19 remaining in the 5-minute penalty. .157 remaining on the 5-minute penalty kill for the Jets. As we say, we don't like to see players being injured, whether there was intent or not. Yeah, knowing the player, I doubt there would be an intent in there, but he did it, and you pay the consequences of that. But don't put your team under pressure. Having said that, though, the Jets came back and scored a short-handed goal. Comes back out, Bell goes center ice, turns back as Beach is closing him down, goes cross ice. Oh. Roston there. There's a cross behind the net. 50 seconds remaining in the penalty. Shaw, cross. There's 30 seconds remaining. That went high. Crow gets himself set up, hit the side of the net. I think some people thought that had gone in. Seven seconds, 5. And Jets back to full strength. Oh. That period when you go back to full strength is always a bit of a dodgy period, because that's when I would like to see how many goals are actually scored from that point. But Nottingham are already pressing, they're already in that zone. So, yep, it happens. I'm just going to try and get this game clock down to a bit of time, get it tied up with the game clock. So Jets work to do. They've hung on for quite a while there, 5 minutes on that. Jets fans calling for a similar call there for that hit on Powell. Martin gave that through to Beach. Beach and Dainty on the way. Oh. And the whistle's going to go in a minute. And it does. Interference there on. If I was Mr. Humphreys, I'd just keep it down. Don't antagonize the referee. So Harry Rushby is going to take a seat for 2 minutes. Jets go on the 2-minute power play. We're just going to try and catch this clock up again. So here we go. Dative looking for space, trying to draw the Lions out. Gibber again. Referee's going to have to get a grip of this. Beach is caught in the middle between the goaltender and two other players. Morris is going to take a seat for one. And Reader for the Jets. Bell's going to take a seat for the Lions. So this is starting to get a little bit feisty, shall we say. Both teams need to take the chance, the opportunity to calm it all down a little bit. We're only 3 seconds behind on the game clock. So, they must be handing out some good sweets over there, Dave, for everybody to be sat in the penalty box. Oh, the scoreboard's lit up like... Whew. So Jets have two 2-minute penalties. Lions have a 1:46 remaining on the first penalty and 2 minutes for Bell. Bit of clarification by Mr. Fraley there. Exactly what's going on. So with 4:42 remaining in the second period, the score is Jets 2, Nottingham Lions 3. So you have got about 3 minutes, I reckon, before we close the question down for this week's competition. So remember, you can win 2 tickets to the next Jets home game or a bit of Jets merch for the correct answer if you are the winner. And the question we asked is, next weekend one Jets player will celebrate his 400th game for the Hull Jets. If you can tell us who that is, you're in with a chance of winning either 2 tickets for the next home game or some merch. You've had a little bit more time to do this because of the stoppages and all the bits and pieces. So we're going 4-on-4 then. I like 4-on-4 because there's a bit of space on the ice now. I know I shouldn't say that, but you know what I mean. It's like when you do 4-on-4, 3-on-3 overtime, there's a nice little bit of space available, which makes it some good end-to-end stuff. So Rushby tries to get past Taylor, doesn't quite get there. Beach gives it out to Dentith. Dentith moves forward. Beach goes to the net. Oh, try to get onto the end of that. Wilcox to Beach. Comes off a Nottingham stick. That went in the air from Dentith, but Nottingham make a breakaway. Mopped up by Wilcox quite easily, really. And here we go with Beach and Dentith again. 57 seconds remaining on the first Nottingham penalty and 1:06 remaining on the Jets. So I think what's going to happen is when it gets when the Lions penalty runs out, it'll go to 5-on-4 for the Lions. Dentith looks up, goes wide to Wilcox. Wilcox. Florence in front. Keeper let swing in his stick a little bit, didn't he? Dentith was going to go for a wraparound there, backhanded wrap. And there's another penalty. Referee's got his hands up. Nottingham player takes Florence out. So 8 seconds remaining on their initial penalty, and they now get another one. So no real advantage, and I think that was Alton Shaw. Dave, they really must be doing some really good sweets over there, I'm telling you. Or giving away bonus cards or something, I don't know. So 4-on-3 then for 8 seconds. Florence is going in as well for something. Not quite sure. Referee wants to speak to him.
Penalty as follows on the Nottingham Lions. Into the penalty box goes number 76, Liam Shaw. 2 minutes for interference at 36:57. That's Lions 76, 2 minutes interference, 36:57.
Maybe we should mic the referees up. And Florence is getting a penalty as well. Gee whiz. I'm glad I'm not the clock operator tonight, I tell you. Because this penalty's gone on, off and on and off. 4-on-4 now, I think he's indicating. If you can tell me what's going on, then please feel free. Dentith puts that high. It's a good job. It's a good job. I got my pizza ordered late, Dave, because I've got a feeling this is going to go on. So Nottingham are back. Both teams back to full strength. So there we go. We're all right now. We've got 5-on-5. We've got 2 players each sitting in the bench on the penalty. And there we go. So we're all settled now. We knew it would work itself out in the end. You gotta like Saturday night is hockey night. Oh, you gotta love it. It's all about discipline now for both teams, but mainly for the Jets, I think. Don't let themselves get riled into things. They're putting good passes together, apart from that one there, which just sort of skipped away from Denton. But they have been putting some good plays in there, so they need to keep that going. That's more important than walloping somebody. Dentith looking for some help. Goes, whoa, wow, to Rita. Morris. Beach. Oh, just went wide there. I think the keeper just got his stick on that. I'm going to give him that anyway. 1:25 and a bit remaining in the second period. And we can all take a breather. And hopefully the Zamboni won't fall apart. So you got 1 minute to get your answer in. Eventually came out Yardley to Morris, to Powell. Morris flicks it forward, Powell. Might have been looking for something there, didn't quite get it. Sorensen. Robinson, Dent to the and there we go, the equalizer. With 30 seconds remaining in the second period, and the score is now 3-3 with the equalizer there from Ethan Dentith. That's what we said about Jets. They need to keep their heads, keep playing the way they are. Making some good plays. Don't get caught out by silliness. Went high. Beach. Plays it around the back. Wilcox. Reader was looking for Beach there, centre, and I think he had quite a lot of ice. I've got to say, Nottingham are giving Jets a bit of ice. And there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, there we have it, the end of the second period with the score. Hull Jets 3, Nottingham Lions 3. So bear with us and we shall see you again in about 20 minutes. We'll give you the answer to the quiz. And hopefully we'll see you then. So don't go anywhere. Well, you can go to, but don't stay away. Come back and join us again, and we will be with you very shortly. Well, good evening everybody and welcome back to this delayed, shall we say, game between the Nottingham Lions and the Hull Jets with the score at 3-3. Obviously we had a bit of an issue, for those of you that have just joined us, a bit of an issue with the Zamboni between the first and second periods. That's why we are running a little bit late. We also had a player injured. Yeah. Liam Peters, number 58, but as you can see, he's back on the ice. When he got hit, apparently he jarred his hip against the boards, which is very painful, I've got to say. You jar your hip, especially when you get to someone like my age. Luckily he's not as old as me, but there we go. So pleased to see that he is back on the ice and that he is recovered to play on. So the third period then, that second period had lots to offer, lots of penalties which we hopefully will not carry on into the third period, and has a lot of end-to-end stuff. Hopefully we will carry on with that. Before we start this third period of the game, we do have a winner, and we will announce that winner and the answer to our quiz question shortly. Did I go all high pitched then, shortly? There we go. So, Morris is asking a few questions. We've all been asking him a few questions, I think, in the break, but there we go. So what does this third period have in store for us? We shall only wait and see as the puck drops and we are off. Sorensen then gets in the way of Woodward, takes that off him, round the boards. Beach battling, gets that out. Eventually, Reader picks that up. Nottingham try and Reader going down, holding his face. And it was a bit of an errant stick, shall we say, as the puck came across there. We shall see. He's up, he's a tough old cookie, so. Jets asking the referee a few questions. Wilcox, as the captain, obviously is going in there. The referees, or the three officials, having a conflab between them. Okay, I'm going to give you the answer to the question, remember we asked you which player will be celebrating their 400th game for the Jets next week, and the answer is Kieran Beach. So Kieran Beach, 400 games for the Jets next weekend, home game. If you got that right, then you are in the draw. We've got a few answers in there. And to be honest, when I gave my answer earlier on, it was probably the same as quite a few of you. But the answer is Kieran Beach. So we shall give you a name very, very shortly. I'm looking around for somebody to go, yeah, and nod. Okay. All right, here we go. I've got it. So, Charlie Collins. Congratulations, Charlie. You are the winner. So you can have a choice of either 2 home tickets for the next Jets game or some merchandise. The team will be in touch with you very shortly to find out exactly what you wish. But congratulations to Charlie Collins, our winner of the second period question. Now, it doesn't look like anything's really going to happen. The referees have come back over to this side, ready for a face-off. Martin puts that all the way around the boards to be met by Gibber at the other side. Florence drops it off for Morris behind the net, shielding that puck. He's got Florence behind there, gives it back to Florence. Kind of loses it, just gets it taken off his stick a little bit. But Yardley takes that back, gives it to Florence, who gives it to Gibber. Gibber loses out though. And there we go, shot on goal. Gloved by Crow. Comes out centre, right, goes past Bell. Picked up by Rogers. Powell. Chan makes away, takes a shot, goes high, off the backboard. Jets going for a quick change. Comes through again to Joshua Chan, gets robbed a little bit by Wilcox. Combination of Wilcox and Reggie Taylor. Goes down from the Lions. Jets should have a little bit more confidence in what they're doing. They've brought it back twice, but the idea being, guys, you don't leave yourself too much to do. But they have come back twice. 3 times, really. Oh! Dainty backhanded that there. Dainty's got it again. Whoa! Ethan Dainty. Between the keeper's legs. And the crowd go wild. So 17-11 remaining in the third period, and the Jets take the lead for the first time tonight.
It's goal number 4 to the whole Jets.
We said that he could take some confidence in that. We just need to know consolidate that, keep the heads, be patient. Fisher, shot, Crow blocked that well blocked that. The Ardley's chasing it down, but it's going to be icing. No way he was going to get there. Not saying that he's slow, but it's the end of the game. Did I get out of that one? It's one of these evenings, people, and we do appreciate you staying with us despite the lateness and despite the issues that we've had with Zambonis, etc. So, the referee's hand's going to go up again. And that's Woodward's going to go in for 2 minutes, put the Lions on a penalty kill. So what can the Jets do with this power play then? Dainty. Gibber. Dainty calling for it from Reader. Gets it centre. Takes a shot. Got a bit of space. Lions hustling. We do like to see some hustle on the penalty kill, not just sitting there. That's just my opinion, but Jets come forward now. Gibber to Reader. Reader's shot goes high. So 1:15 remaining and in the power play.
2-6-1-1-8 on the 50-50. We have this ticket make your way to the penalty box as soon as you can. Number 2-6-1-1-8.
That goes high, back in, Crow comes out. Oh. It doesn't worry me when they do that, keepers. I don't know about you, but I get a bit touchy. Jets playing this well. Reader going forward, drawing out. Drawing out. I think you would call Nottingham's play uncompromising at this point. Reader's coming off. Not well at all by the looks of it. Obviously they can't swap anybody until he gets to the gate. But here come Jets again with Dainty. Powell, Morris shot. That came off the pads, the keeper's pads, straight to Dainty though. He just flicks it forward. 7 seconds remaining on the power play for the Jets. Wilcox, 1 second, there we go. Lions back to full strength. Florence comes out of that pile up down there with the puck. Florence is going to go in. And the panel face-off will come down. Calling a lot tonight, Mr. Fraley. Not quite sure if I would agree with it, but he's calling it, so there we go. Can't do anything about it. So Jets on the penalty kill now. I'm not saying anything, but what worries me is when referees call penalties because you think they've missed something, but then don't call other things which are probably more serious. But there we go. That's just my unconsidered opinion. I think I jumped as well then, but there's a few Nottingham fans who jumped there, thought that had gone in, but it just came off the back of the side, or back of the side? The back side netting. Beach gets that out into the neutral zone. Lions come again. The one thing I've got to be honest, the Jets have done, I'm going to say anything. Oh, well held there by Crow. 106 remaining on the penalty kill for the Jets. Score remains 4 to the Jets, 3 to the Lions, with 13-11 remaining in the third period. Lions go all the way around the boards, back in. Skips off the boards. Bell playing around with it. Shot comes in. Crow plays it around the boards. Lions keep it in. Jets need to get the shape back. This is what we want to be doing, is keeping everybody out the way to the edges, and Sorensen is doing a bit. Oh, and Dentith is away. Oh, that could have been, and it will be. Referee's got his hand up. So there's 11 seconds remaining on the penalty to Florence, and then now Humphreys goes in for 2 minutes for hooking. I suppose it's one of these things, do you decide, is that worthwhile taking that penalty to save a goal, or what? Sometimes it is, you know, sometimes it's like, it's a bit. So 4-on-4, breakaway, swept up there, swept up. So Jets are back to full strength now. Morris on the line, picks that up. We'll take it around. 1:11 remaining on the Nottingham power play, penalty kill rather. Wilcox has got Beach ahead of him, and that's where he goes. Morris couldn't quite get there, couldn't quite get back in time. So it goes offside, we'll go all the way back down to the far side of the Jets' goal. Here we go. Dentith skips past Wood. Oh, nice little flick across there to Beach. Beach tries it, keeper smothers it. 1:13 remaining in the Nottingham penalty kill, and 11:30 remaining in the third period. There. Wilcox to Dentith. Dentith's been on fire today, I tell you. again. Dainty, Reader, Wilcox, Reader, Beach, playing that around, trying to get somebody to come out of position, nearly did. There. Dainty's got there, backhand. Oh, walloper there from Beach. Side of the, from Beach, from Reader, side of the net. Then that one goes high, off the keeper. And we hope you're enjoying it. If you've never seen a hockey game before, never mind this Winter Olympics stuff. This is where it's at. 30 seconds remaining in the Lions penalty kill in this game, brought to you by Leafield Elevation, Becks and Clates, MKM, Crosscheck Clothing, My Muscle, and the Whittington and Cat, and produced by Behind the Bench TV. So away, Crow's out again. He does have some good stick handling skills, does Dan Crow. Dainty's on there. Goes round the boards. Sees Morris on the other side. Morris, and will go back the other way to try and pull somebody out. 7 seconds remaining on the penalty kill for the Lions. And the Lions are back to full strength. But remember what we said about when you come back to full strength, not always. There's that tricky period just afterwards. But the Lions have survived that. Reader to Wilcox, to Morris, flicks it off the boards, looking for Beach. Powell. Gibber to Sorensen. Sorensen up the line, flicked forward by Beach, allowing a change there. Powell goes to squeeze on the Lions defense. Squeeze on the defense. Lions come. We're trying to find somebody in the middle, but there wasn't enough. They want to change. So it comes back out. They will build again. Build up. Again. Tie in the sticks. I've got to say, I thought that was a bit of stick holding, but hey. I ain't no referee. Well, not in. So Jets keeping this, need to keep the discipline. Sorensen goes flying. Bit of speed there, Sorensen, but he's out of space, so at least Beach and Reggie Taylor have got back into the place until Sorensen comes flying. Dainty, the 2-on-1, no, 2-on-2 now. Got a backhand to. Oh, what a lovely bit of play! Absolutely superb little bit of play. Draw the keeper out, and then a backhand. Absolutely. So 5-3 now. Reader with the assist from Dainty. Nice little 2-on-2, got gap in the middle, there was space down the centre, and there we go. 8:15 in the third period remaining. Jets come again. Florence. So this is where popular player is young Bo Reader here in Hull. Fisher tries to go through, but Crowther stops that on the blue line. Croston takes a shot. I think he's probably not trying to score it. He's probably trying to get it come off of Crow. Taylor then brings that forward. Rogers goes just caught in Yardley's skate there. So 6:56 remaining in the third period is scored. Hull Jets 5, Nottingham Lions 3.
So once again, we are still looking for tonight's 50-50 ticket winner, number 26118. 26118 make away to penalty box immediately.
Kemp stops that on the blue line. Wilcox clears that out. Goes down. Powell chasing Kemp. Dentist skating around a little bit. Looking for somebody ahead of him. Loses out to Rushby. Go back to centre ice. Ethan Dentith chasing down. Kemp puts his stick round the back of Beach's head. Kemp getting a little bit of acknowledgement from the Hull fans for that. I don't think it's good acknowledgement, it's just acknowledgement. Kept in there on the blue line, goes high, held by the keeper. So as we said previously, Jets are very proud of their work with the community and supporting of the charities. And tonight we're very proud to bring to the arena members of the TIC charity, or Tourette's Intervention in the Community, which are one of the supported charities and appear on our warm-up shirts. And we're very pleased to have them here tonight, and very pleased to be able to support them in all the work that they do across sorry, I'm just getting a bit across Hull area and in Lincolnshire. So well done to the Jets there. Oh, Dentith was free of Crowther, could have got through that line. So Reader got in that and blocked that a little bit. Taylor blocked that shot there from Fisher. There's a collection of players down in that bottom part. Fisher again, going around the back for Crowston. Crow stops that. Crowther. Dentith drops that off, goes for a change. Florence is there, chasing that down. Florence then with a 3-on-2, you could call it, drops it off. Oh, you hear the crowd going, oh, just behind him. So Yardley. Gibber Morris takes a shot there. Stick gets in the way though, stops that stick from Morton Shaw with that wide. Oh. Gibber. Gibber's face met the door there. Holy moly! And Gibber snuck in at the back door, left totally unaware, on his own. And whopped that in with the pass, with the assist from Powell. There we go, 6-3. 2:40 remaining in the third period. The Jets have done what we said they needed to do. They've stayed disciplined, used the opportunity. Kemp is having a little bit of a conversation with Powell. So we're under 2 minutes now to play. So Wilcox then picks that up, goes centre ice looking for Beach. Lions play that off the boards, come around again, try and keep control. What you can really do now is just try and keep control of what you've got. You're not going to pick 3 goals up in 1 minute and 7 seconds. Well, much as I'm the optimist. Crowther, flat fanned on that a little bit, but gets it back, gives a lovely pass. Reeder's on fire now, he wants a bit of the action. Under a minute. Nice little stick there by Reg Taylor, puts his stick in the way, pushes that out. Again, high, forcing Lions back. We're into the final 20-ish seconds. Lions come, Crow again, lovely little stop there, back pass. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. It's all over here at Hull Arena with the final score. Your Hull Jets 6, Nottingham Lions 3. So Jets did quite a lot there. They had to come from behind a few times, but they did it. They kept discipline towards the end, which is when they needed to. We've had a little bit of changes. Let's say Mr. Peters is well and came back on the ice after his injury in the second period. And congratulations to Charlie Collins, who got the answer to our period 2 question right. Kieran Beach next weekend will celebrate 400 games with the Hull Jets. So why don't you join us for that? Don't go anywhere. Have you thought, we got so carried away, Dave, I forgot to mention about man of the match. Oh, so have you got any ideas?
Final spot by Nottingham Lions 3 and the Jets 6. Building into this point. Thank you for joining us tonight. And the Jets. We return next Saturday. Saturday night next Sunday with the Jets next weekend.
You're probably wondering why the camera's gone off a little bit, but our cameraman's just won the 50-50, so I think he's quite excited about that. Well done, Dave. Oh dear. So well done, well played both teams. I hope we've enjoyed the game, enjoyed it. Stay with us just for a little bit until we find out who the men of the match were. There was lots of things happening, lots of bits and pieces going on all over the ice, but as always, ends with a good handshake. At the end, that's what we love about ice hockey. And we hope that if you've not seen a game before, or if you're interested again, why don't you come back and join us in our next set of games, which are coming up next weekend, of course, which will celebrate 400 games for Kieran Beach. Have you then, we have a competition between yourselves really, between you and whoever you're watching with, to see whether or not you get the man of the match right. So have one for each team, so think about who you want for Nottingham Lions and who you would like for Hull Jets, and we'll see. It's a bit of friendly competition. We'll see whether or not you get it right compared with the official men of the match, which come from here at the arena. So again, this is a game brought to you by Hull Jets in association with Leafield Elevation, Bexon Clates, MKM, Chris Cross. Ooh, it's been a long night. Crosscheck Clothing, My Muscle, The Whittington and Cat, and produced and brought to you by Behind the Bench TV. We just have to wait now a little bit just for the presentations at the end of the game.
So tonight's last game presentation is going to be just a couple of comments once we get match details.
So who have you got for man of the match for Nottingham, and who have you got for man of the match for the Jets? That's the big burning question here on Saturday night. Apart from what we're going to have for pizza, Dave, we're going to have a what toppings? I think the linesman's forgotten to ask who they wanted as man of the match. Just been sent by the referee.
So tonight's post-game presentations, not just for the Jets, but able to get back a lot in all of our competitions this week. And first of all, your white man of the match for the Nottingham Lions tonight, presented by Gracie, and it's her birthday this evening as well.
So Gracie's got a birthday and she's presenting the Nottingham Man of the Match, and it is going to
Tonight's man of the match presentations. First of all, for the Nottingham Lions, goes to number 51, Charlie Owen.
so number 51, Charles Owen. Did you get that right?
Charlie Owen for your white man of the match.
Yeah, played well. I'm going to use his Sunday. Charles played well. Charlie, congratulations. Yeah, I think that's a fair reflection. That's what we would have said here, Dave, and yep, that's what we would have had. So that's That's a fair reflection for that.
For the Nottingham Lions, appreciation this evening to Nottingham Lions, Jenny Hull.
So thank you to Nottingham Lions and the fans who followed them over here to Hull Arena. And as they go around, quite rightly, some good applause from the arena fans and those around both Nottingham and Hull. So oh bless, man, the 50-50 draw. Dave, our cameraman, congratulations Dave, and his granddaughter there. So home man of the match now, who do you have?
Let's see. Number 33,
Dan Crow, number 33, man of the match for the Hull Jets. Did you have that? Did you get that right? He played at Stormer though, didn't he? Some really good saves. And even though he keeps coming out of his crease and he worries me immensely, well done to Dan Crow. Congratulations. And once again, thank you for staying with us through all the bumps and bumps we've had tonight and the lateness. Go away, enjoy your rest of your Saturday evening. Remember, Saturday night is hockey night, and stay with us. Join us next weekend then for Hull Jets.
Gracie joining us on the ice as well. It's Gracie's birthday this evening. Gracie's birthday celebrations.